If you thought Isekai had peaked, 2026 is about to prove you wrong. This year is stacked with fan-favorite worlds returning bigger, louder, and wilder than before. Cliffhangers are finally getting answers, power-ups are leveling up again, and some of the most talked-about stories are making their comeback. If you love fantasy chaos, overpowered heroes, or just that thrill of stepping into another world, you're in for a treat. Let's jump straight into the most exciting returning Isekai titles dropping in 2026 because this lineup is way too good to sleep on.
Number 10, Re-Monster, Season 2. Stick with me, this is the one where being reborn doesn't mean being noble. The show follows Tomoki, killed in his old life and reborn as a goblin named Gobro, who survives by absorbing trades from what he eats, using that brutal edge to lift his tribe from prey to power. Season 1 tracked his violent climb, from tiny prey-like goblin to a calculated leader who reshapes monster society, and it never soft-pedaled the moral cost of survival. Season 2 looks poised to broaden the battlefield, bigger conflicts with other races, tougher political fallout, and the darker consequences of rapid evolution. Why tune in? It's a rare isekai that forces you to pick a side in morally messy choices while delivering unpredictable, often uncomfortable twists. Crunchyroll hosts the series and reported the sequel's announcement. No firm premiere was given, but the return was confirmed in late 2025 and is expected sometime in 2026.
Number 9. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Season 2. Ever wonder what happens when a professional killer gets a second chance at life? The first season followed a veteran assassin reborn as Luke, trained by nobles and secretly tasked by a goddess. He used cold logic and ruthless skill to build a network, secure allies, and manipulate political rivalries. Season 2 will likely push those schemes into open conflict, betrayals, the consequences of Luke's choices, and the coming clash with forces he must oppose. This series stands out because it pairs precise, tactical action with moral grayness. You'll be fascinated by plans unfolding and disturbed by their cost, and surprising character moments too, for viewers who like strategy, dark twists, and complex leads. Crunchyroll streamed Season 1, and the sequel has been announced as in production with a return expected during 2026.
Number 8. The Beginning After the End, Season 2. Picture waking with a king's memory trapped inside a child's body. That strange mix is Arthur Lewin. Season 1 tracked his rebirth, early mastery of magic, and the quiet friendships that grew into heavy responsibility, ending with a pause that left fans eager. The new season looks set to widen the stage. Harsher politics, larger battles, and reveals that force Arthur to choose between duty and what he loves. Why give it a shot? Because it blends big, cinematic fight scenes with real emotional weight. When characters grow, the action means more. You don't just watch power, you feel its cost. Crunchyroll will stream the follow-up as it airs, with the premiere scheduled for April 2026 during the spring core. If you want fantasy where growth matters as much as glory, this is one to mark on your list now.
Number 7, Farming Life in Another World, Season 2. Picture choosing a quiet life over power and finding it surprisingly addictive. Hiraku is reborn with a miraculous farming tool and spends Season 1 turning a dangerous forest into a thriving homestead, rescuing creatures and building a new village. The next season should expand that gentle momentum. More neighbors to settle in, new crops and crafts to master, wandering visitors who bring both help and headaches, and small political pressures from nearby nobles that force the community to organize. Why watch? It proves calm can be compelling. Patient character work, low-key humor, and real moments of warmth that land harder than you expect. Sentai licensed the first season for High Dive, and the sequel was officially announced for 2026, so expected during next year's broadcast core and likely on the same streaming outlets. Perfect for viewers who love slow build satisfaction.
Number 6. Reincarnated as a Sword, Season 2. Imagine waking up as a weapon, and suddenly everything you thought was impossible becomes your problem. That's the strange charm of the show. Season 1 introduced Teacher, a man reborn as a sentient sword, and Fran, a catgirl slave he frees and trains into a fearsome fighter. Together they turn small victories into real momentum, while hinting at darker threats lurking beyond the frontier. The sequel looks set to scale that world. Bigger enemies, deeper alliances, and the kind of evolution that forces both Blade and Wielder to confront what power costs. Why give it a try? It mixes oddball humor with surprisingly tense action and a relationship dynamic that actually grows, so every fight feels earned. High Dive picked up streaming rights and confirmed it as part of their 2026 simulcast slate, with the return slated for the fall Q4 2026 broadcast window.
Number 5. Skeleton Knight in Another World Season 2. Imagine waking up inside the armor you used online and realizing everyone sees a walking skeleton. That's Ark, a gamer reborn with his avatar's skeletal body who hid his face, rescued 2 noble women, and earned allies while avoiding questions. Season 1 mixed action, awkward charm, and quiet mystery as Ark learned manners, fought bandits, and built a life he could almost belong to. The next chapter should open the map wider, more political pressure, darker family secrets, and tests that force Ark to decide how much to reveal. Why watch? It blends warmth and dry humor with tense swordplay and the lead whose silence charges every scene. The show serves laughs and real stakes. Crunchyroll streams the series, the sequel was confirmed in late 2024, and production notes point to a 2026 broadcast window, though no exact date is set. Mark your calendar for slow burn surprises ahead.
Number 4. Ascendance of a Bookworm, Part 3, Season 4. Imagine someone who would do anything to read, ending up in a world where books are treasures. Mine spends her first runs building presses, bribing craftsmen, and quietly upsetting the social order by making knowledge accessible. The initial episodes traced her small inventions turning into real change. Humble printing became political leverage, and gentle curiosity collided with stubborn nobility. This next installment moves the story into wider courts and deeper intrigue, as Rosamine's creations attract rivals and force her guardians to play harder games. Expect more diplomatic tension, tougher choices about who to trust, and the emotional cost of progress. It's the kind of fantasy that rewards patience. If you like thoughtful world building, believable growth, and stakes that creep from cozy to consequential, this one pays off. Wit Studio handles the new chapters, Crunchyroll will stream them outside Japan, and the series is slated for spring 2026.
Number 3. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Movie Tears of the Azure Sea plus Season 4. Don't blink, this one turns world building into a spectacle. Rimuru Tempest began as an ordinary salaryman and was reborn as a slime that absorbs skills. Past seasons used that odd start to forge a thriving nation, refugees sheltered, alliances made, and looming empires forced to pay attention. The new film, Tears of the Azure Sea, promises theatrical-scale battles and revelations that will lead into Season 4, which is already confirmed. Expect sweeping fights, major political shifts, and moments that change how the world balances power. Why watch? The franchise pairs huge cinematic set pieces with surprisingly warm character work, so victories land emotionally instead of feeling hollow. Crunchyroll and other major streamers carry the show outside Japan. The movie is set for February 27, 2026, and the 4th season is in production with a likely 2026 return, though an exact premiere date hasn't been announced. If you love big fantasy with real heart, don't miss it either.
Number 2. Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, Season 3. This series has a way of pulling you in before you even notice it. Season 1 followed UDS, a man reborn into a new world who slowly learned to shake off the baggage of his past life. Season 2 pushed him further, testing his relationships, throwing him into danger, and forcing him to grow into someone who can actually stand tall. Season 3 picks up right as he steps into a new stage of adulthood, with major reunions on the horizon and several long-running mysteries finally moving into the spotlight. What makes it worth watching is how personal everything feels. The magic, the fights, the world, it all hits harder because the character work is so grounded. If you want fantasy that takes its time to build something real, this is the one. You can watch the series on Crunchyroll, and the 3rd season is slated for 2026, most likely in the first half of the year.
Number 1. ReZero Season 4. Imagine getting trapped in a loop where every choice can cost you everything. That's Subaru's life, and it's brutally personal. Earlier seasons put him through relentless resets. Each restart taught him new, costly lessons as he tried to save Amelia and those he grew to care about, only to watch outcomes twist in ways that left him broken and battle-hardened. Season 3 deepened the mystery and left gaps that demand answers.
People he trusted faltered, enemies revealed darker aims, and surviving meant paying a price Subaru can't ignore. Season 4 looks set to widen the scope. Bigger conspiracies, harsher moral trade-offs, and moments that force characters to change for real, not just level up. Why watch? Because the show treats suffering and sacrifice like story-driving forces. The emotional payoff is earned, and the twists feel inevitable and shocking at the same time. Crunchyroll confirmed it will stream the new run, and official trailers and visuals point to an April 2026 premiere window. If you like fantasy that's as much about hard choices as spectacle, this one will grip you from the first episode.
And there you have it, the returning Isekai hits of 2026. Packed with epic battles, shocking twists, and stories that will keep us glued to our screens. From fan-favorite heroes coming back stronger to worlds we can't wait to revisit, this year is shaping up to be a wild ride for every Isekai fan. Maybe leave a like and subscribe to make a guy happy after hours of editing. Press on that bell icon too while you're at it, so you will be notified about all of my latest new videos. And as for now, I'll catch you later.